thrift shopping and Ross shopping. Hello, and good morning. It's a kind of chilly morning. It's not that bad. It's like 31 degrees right now. But I'm heading to my mom's place because I'm taking her to Kalispell, which is about an hour and a half away. And we're just going to take the day and do some shopping. Go to Ross, go to Costco a little, maybe go to some thrift stores. So this is going to be fun. I don't know how much videoing I'll get in, but I just thought I want to take my mom with me. We're just going to hang out for the day. So I hope you come along and enjoy all that we do. So I found me a couple finds in the thrift store, so I'm happy about that. Chloe has been using a snow pants with lots of duct tape on it to cover up the holes. So I think I found the snow pants for her and maybe even for Wyatt because his is getting holes too. And then just some odds and end dishes and stuff that I still kind of needed, like I was missing in my kitchen down there. So I'm excited. Now we're gonna head over to another thrift store, and then after that we're gonna head up to Ross. Heading into the next store. So fun going with mom. Days later now, and I had such a good time going with my mom to Kalispell to do some shopping. We did like 2 thrift stores. There were big thrift stores, and then we went to Ross, and then I actually ended up going to Walmart instead of Costco. I was going to go to Costco for some things, but we went to Walmart. It wasn't very much that I needed, but here I have all my thrift store finds and a couple Ross finds for kitchen stuff because I needed some kitchen stuff yet. So I was happy what I found. And then I also have some clothing purchases that I got from Ross. Not too many, but a few. So I'll show you those then too, but I want to show you what I got in the thrift store. Now first were these cups, and I got 6 of these. I just have 3 of them here, but I got 2 green, 2 yellow, and 2 red. And I can hang them up here by my coffee place, and they just go so well with what's going on in here in the kitchen, the yellow and everything. So these go very well with the color scheme here in the kitchen. And then what I also got that goes with this set is like this little sugar bowl. So I'm also gonna set it there in my coffee station, and I'll either have some like coconut sugar in here, or maybe I'll get some collagen to put in here. I should have 2 of these actually, but I'm glad I have this one. So I got these at a thrift store, and then I also found these. Now these are like little granite bowls, and I love them because they're so durable. And we used to have stuff like this when I was growing up. And by the way, those of you who don't know, I grew up Amish. So yes, I was full-fledged Amish. We drove in horse and buggy. That's where I get my accent from, because most people say I have an accent. So anyways, these are great for camping or taking it in our RV. So I pick up anything granite like this if I find it. And then I found this because I needed some more like serving bowls, and it's a really pretty bowl. And I don't feel like I have to have sets, like I have to have it all look alike. I kind of like different cool pieces. And then this set, this bowl, I also got, and it kind of seems to go with this set, you know, but it's just another serving bowl of some kind, and I liked it, so I got it. And then I got like 6 or 7 of these bowls. We just needed some more like soup bowls or cereal bowls, and so I found these for just, you know, minimal price. I think there's one more thing or 2 more from the thrift store. Actually, there's a few more here. Sorry about the noise. I got this bowl at the thrift store. I needed a couple more bigger bowls, like just stainless steel. This still has its tag on it. But this stainless steel bowl was $5. I don't know I don't know if that was a good price or not for it, but it's stainless steel. And then I also got this cooking pot, which it feels like a really good kind, because it has a heavier bottom. I like when they have a heavier bottom, because then they don't burn so easily, don't burn the food. So I needed one about this size for gravies and stuff, if I make gravies. And then I found these little dippers and at the thrift, and also found another serving spoon like this. I just needed some. I didn't have any. I just had some really small ones. Okay, then in Ross, I found this thing. I really needed a sieve like this. Didn't have any. And then I got a couple more, like I needed a big dipper thingy. A couple more like this. And now I think I'm set with serving spoons and stuff. And I got a couple more salad grabbers and meat tongs, whatever you want to call it. And then I got 2 cake pans like this. I just have one here because I have a cake in the other one. Because I often make my cake into 2 cake pans and then I layer it. It just looks nicer that way. And these all came from Ross. And then I also got a set of these glasses because we broke quite a few of our other glasses. So I needed some more. And then I also got 2 like bread pans like this, and I actually have some bread rising in there. And this is sourdough bread, sourdough sandwich bread. So I have some rising today. I have one in my other pan too. So I have 2 loaves rising. And that is my haul for thrift stores. I'm trying to think if I got any clothing in the thrift. Oh yes, I did. I'll show you that then. I'll show you what I had gotten. But this is all for the kitchen items. I got this blue and white dress in Ross, and it was one of the only ones like that there. Just beautiful and springy, and she can wear a shrug or a sweater over it. And she was pretty happy for that one. And I got this shirt in Ross too. I just liked it. I liked how it was made. It's very simple yet classic. And I got this dress in Ross for Chloe. It's kind of a bright, fluttery little dress for her. And then I got two dresses like this for school for her. And one is white with black ribbons on it. And then she also has a soft powdery pink with like a little white kitty face in the front, which was really cute. This is another shirt that I got in Ross, and it's a very comfortable, relaxed shirt. And I just paired it with these very comfortable light pants that I sometimes wear at home here. They're just so comfy. But I have had these for years, or a couple years, I should say. I got them up in Alaska at a Kohl's, I believe. I almost never go to a Kohl's, but I got them there. But I got this shirt mostly because of the way the sleeves were made. I just like how the sleeves were made. Little bit of puff sleeves. Don't necessarily care for the color that much. It's just like this heather gray or this gray color. But it's very soft and feels very good, very comfortable for home. When I wear any type of t-shirts, sort of like t-shirts, I love when they have some character to it. I don't like to just wear a plain t-shirt. I mean, I do here and there, but not very often. So I got this thing in Ross and I just tucked it in a little bit and I like it. Okay, next I have this piece and I paired it with leggings and some boots and I think it looks kind of good. It's kind of more of a weird piece. You know, it looks a little bit strange, but I like strange pieces. And this here scarf is actually sewed on in the back, so it's part of the outfit. And I'll just get up closer. It's just really kind of pretty. It has lace design on it, lace here, down on the bottom here. And it's kind of a tan color, but it has like a little bit of a green tint to it, like brownish tan green tint to it. And I found this at a thrift store and I believe it still had the original tag on it, so it's kind of a new piece. And I've seen some of these online already. I don't know where, I can't remember, but they're kind of pricey pieces, the ones I saw. So I thought this went well together with these boots. These are kind of gray, have a little bit of brown tone in it too, these boots. So I think I like it. Not sure. You can tell me what you think. So I have one last piece to show you. Okay, this dress is very different from the other one I was wearing and I paired it with some wedges. But this is like a summery beach dress and I got it because I am heading to Costa Rica the 1st of June for my lemongrass incentive trip that I earned with my husband. So I'm already thinking about that. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, you know, this would look good by the water. And I can take off this belt if I want to. It would be just like a shift dress then. But I thought it was kind of cute. Like it just looked like a beach style dress. And so I'm gonna, I think, save it and put it away for when I go to Costa Rica. But the other dress that I had been wearing, that like sweater style dress, that one came from Pretty Angel. I think because the tag in the back says Pretty Angel. So maybe someone can find it if you want it. I don't know. I got that at the thrift. But this I got in Ross. So if any of you have a Ross close by, maybe you can find something like this. Honestly, it's not like my favorite style dress, but it is a nice beach style dress. And I like that I can, you know, dress it up with this belt. The belt came with it. And it looks really good with some sandals or wedges. So that is all for my haul. And that rhymed, that is all for my haul. But Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this, and the last part of this video, I'm just gonna have a little bit of footage of when Joas and I go to Ainsworth Hot Springs in Canada. We try to take, like every 3 months, we try to do like a weekend getaway or something like that. Just us, just Joas and I, because it just really helps us. It helps us in our marriage, in parenting, and just to go away and spend some time together. So stay tuned for a few slides of that. It was the most beautiful day for a road trip, and we even saw this huge field with a big herd of elk in them. And then later we went over this big high pass, and there was just enormous amounts of snow, but it was so stunningly beautiful, and we just really enjoyed the ride. Often when we're driving, we will be listening to some motivational or some like personal training, and we were listening to some, which was so good. And sometimes while Joas is driving, I will read out of a good book, and it just makes for such a great road trip. Nelson, Canada is this beautiful town situated kind of up on a hill close to the Kootenay Lake, which is a very long lake. But I really love the town of Nelson, and we actually stopped and did some shopping because, of all things, we forgot some swim trunks for Joas, and we definitely need swim trunks when we go to a hot springs. But we could not find anything, and eventually we realized that, of course, we could probably buy some there at Ainsworth. And here we stopped at a little shop, and we were going to get something to eat for lunch, but then we decided to go somewhere else because it was mostly meat and cheese there. And then we found another little hole-in-the-wall place, and it was just such a good spot. We just loved it. And then we started off for Ainsworth Hot Springs, and we crossed this beautiful bridge right over the Kootenay Lake. And then on our way to Ainsworth, we also stopped at Blaylock's mansion because on our second anniversary many years ago, we stayed here for the night. And actually we stayed here twice, I believe. But our second anniversary was our first time here, and we loved this place. And so we stopped and took some footage, took some pictures of us there. We finally got to Ainsworth, and we immediately went up to our room, and it was a beautiful room, and we had a nice view from our room of the Kootenay Lake. And then of course we went right out and did a lot of soaking in the hot pools, and after that we were hungry, and we got a good meal it was like a crusted walleye or something like that we got, and then of course creme brulee for dessert. It was absolutely delicious. The next morning we awoke with the sun rising over the mountain, and we immediately went to breakfast, and it was just a stunning day, and we could look over the pools as we were eating breakfast. And that is a hot pool right there, and then over on this side there's some caves that goes back in, and it's very hot and steamy back there, and then they also have a cold plunge. But coffee was so good, and breakfast was absolutely delicious. It was so enjoyable just to sit, reflect, chat, and Joas and I sometimes have the best conversations over coffee. And so we had a few of those on this trip, and it was just so refreshing, and it was just renewing for our marriage. And then later in the afternoon, after we got some soaking in, we went on a hike to some falls. It was called Fletcher Falls, about 10 miles from the hot springs. And there were some beautiful falls. We really enjoyed this little hike. After our hike, we soaked in the hot springs again for a long time, and we also went into the cold plunge a few times, and it was so cold but so refreshing. And then, of course, we enjoyed our last evening and had a great meal together again. And the next morning, we again soaked for a little bit, and then we took off for home. And it was very foggy over the lake, so when we crossed this bridge, it was all foggy and misty, but I loved it. And then we stopped one more time in Nelson at a very unique coffee shop, and we absolutely loved it. They did not serve any flavors, only like brevets, lattes, but with no flavors. We just added honey, and it was so good, and the pastries were so good. But you guys, we are coming to the end of this video. So I would just want to tell you thank you so much for watching, and may you all be filled with hope, and God bless.